Hello and welcome to the Sunbirdcrochet podcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from Germany. It's been a while since I last spoke to you. That's because life is busy and filled with wonderful things which keep me sidetracked and occupied with other things. You might have seen in the little intro video that I have been at a concert. And it was a concert by Breabach. They are a Scottish band, a folk band, and they are very famous in Scotland and they're touring all around the world. This is their newest album. That's the band name, and Fuss is the album title. I've bought this because it came with a code and a download code for the music, and I'm listening to it since I was there, which was the beginning of May, and today is the 20th of May. And I can highly recommend this band if you are into Irish, Scottish, folk music. I highly recommend this band to you. There were 5 band members. I don't remember all their names. I remember that the female lead singer, violinist and dancer was Megan Henderson, and one of the pipers, singers and tin whistle players was Callum McKimmon. If you would like to experience their concert as well, then I will link a video down below, which is the whole concert in total at the Shrewsbury Folk Festival. And it's the same songs, sometimes it's even the same intros, and just enjoy yourself. So I will link it down below. And yes, otherwise, just life and work and a bit of crochet, not much, just a little tiny bit, and I will show that to you now. I don't know about you, but when I finish a huge crochet project which gave me a big kick and satisfaction and happiness. It's difficult to find a new project which gives the same kind of energy and happiness, and this is then when I keep looking for new projects and I make little swatches like this one here, just for the fun of it. I had some leftover yarn, acrylic yarn by the way, and I made this square which I found on Instagram as a crochet chart, and I think it's really beautiful, but too much to enjoy for a bigger project. So I came across another crochet account on Instagram, and they are making bags mainly, and I found this motif more or less, and this is what I went with, except this little test square wasn't quite what I wanted, so I exchanged this round here with puff stitches. And this is my current work in progress. I'm using cotton yarn, just what I still have, and these are the little squares, like this one and this one and this one. And if I make the spike stitches in orange, I thought this looks very much like a pincushion flower, pincushion protea. There you go. So this is what I go with at the moment to create a bigger piece of fabric. So far I've made these here, and this. So this is what the joining looks like. Still have to block it a little. I decided to extend the granny stitch square. Maybe this will be a cardigan, I'm not even sure yet. Maybe it will just be a blanket. I will have to see what kind of feeling I get with this one. So if you are interested in this square design, then I can give you a short run through, like Rachel, you said you wanted it. I'm using cotton yarn. It's it comes with a recommended hook size of 3.5 to 4 millimeters. I'm actually using a 5 millimeter hook with that. And I start with chain free and I slip stitch to make a little ring, and into that ring I make 12 half double crochets. I slip stitch, join into the first half double crochet, and then that gives you a little circle. Then I take another color, or I fasten off. I take color number 2 and I make into the back loops of each of the 12 half double crochets 2 half double crochets. So 12 times 2 half double crochets back loop only, which gives you 24 stitches. Then I fasten off again, take color number 3, and I do spike stitches. So I start with a long single crochet, which is the same as a spike stitch. I just put my it's this section here, okay? So this is the spike stitch. I put my hook in here and I pull up the loop higher, still a single crochet, just that I pulled the loop much higher so that it's above the circle of the previous round. And then I make a single crochet, a long single crochet, so to say, and then a chain one. And I do that 12 times. So if you would see the chain one as stitched as well, then you still have 24 stitch count. And I put the hook here, show it to you very close. This is where I put the spike stitch into. It's basically the first round stitches. Okay, then I fasten off color 3 and then you have the puff stitches. Now the puff stitches are, you have your yarn loop on the hook, and you put into the stitch your hook, you pull up a loop and you yarn over, go in, pull up a loop again, yarn over, pull up a loop again, and you do that 4 times. And after you've done that 4 times, you do one last yarn over and you pull through all loops on your hook, and then you chain 1 to finish off or close the puff stitch. And that chain 1 doesn't count as a chain as in a chain space, it's just really to close the puff stitch. And I make 1 puff stitch into each chain space of a spike stitch round, or rather I start with puff stitch. Here, let me show you. Puff stitch, chain 2, puff stitch, skip 1 spike stitch, puff stitch, chain 1, skip 1, no, not skip. Okay, I show you here. Puff stitch, chain 2 for the corner space, and into the same stitch here, puff stitch again, then you do puff stitch in the next, puff stitch in the next, and then you have a corner, so puff stitch, chain 2, puff stitch in the same space here, and you do that all around and slip stitch to join in the round. And then I fastened off that color, and then comes the main color. So I'm doing a granny stitch round, which is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in the corner, and then 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and then 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and all around, and close with a slip stitch. And I've started making them that small, but as I said, now I'm actually making them bigger. At the moment I have the corner grannies, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochet clusters in between the corners. Or in total, actually, if you count the corners in, then it's 8 3 double crochets on one side each. And I'm joining these with a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, etc, etc, etc. And the single crochet I make in these spaces where the spaces meet. But I do this on the wrong side so that you don't see the stitches later. Yeah, so this is This is what I'm doing at the moment, but I haven't gone that far with it. Haven't gotten that far. My main color is Rainbow 8/4 quality 100% natural cotton from Hobby, and this is color 28. Yes. 50 gram, 170 meters. Oh, the recommended needle size or hook size is actually 2.5 to 3.5. Yeah. So this is leftover yarn from the cardigan project for my sister. I've still got 6 balls of this yarn plus the leftover from what I'm working with at the moment. I've also found some leftover drops yarn, the baby alpaca silk, in one of my boxes in a lovely shade, very much like my usual choice. And I was wondering what to make with it. This is very soft, so maybe a sweater would be nice, but I haven't started this project yet. As you can see there behind me, I've got lots of that, probably a sweater quantity, especially if I would make myself another ranunculus, maybe even holding the yarn double. What else am I making? I've made a little bit of progress. I don't remember if I've shown you that or if it was just part of a of an intro video, but this is where I am with my colorwork cowl. If you've seen this already, then I apologize. Again, lavender pink. What can I say? I really like the color. And with a dark blush pinky powder color. It's not beige, it has a little tint of rose, but it's not showing properly on the camera, I'm afraid. The charts for this colorwork cowl, I'm using knit charts from the pattern Salmon Coming Home. I'm using a 3.5mm hook and the center single crochet, also called waistcoat stitch. That's about it. I haven't finished any project. I haven't been online much, really. And I think I might not be that present in the next couple of weeks. Not with crochet anyway, because as I mentioned before, I am going on a vacation. You might see a little bit of footage from that, maybe. I haven't made up my mind yet, but probably not much crochet during that vlogging time, more like a travelogue. We will see. I don't know if you're interested in that, but I will do the tour guide thing, I will do the travel journaling thing, and I will keep you updated one way or the other, maybe just a roundup at the end of a travel. And I will talk to you soon again. I will add a little video of another trip to Lennep at the end of this, like now. I've been there yesterday and it was a fun trip. We went to a cafe and we did some shopping, and it was just a nice relaxed thing to do. Today we were at a flea market, which was not very successful. What they had was more or less garbage, and yeah, afterwards we went for a nice lunch, and later today we will get a surprise visit. Well, now it's no longer a surprise for us, but we got a surprise phone call that my relatives announced themselves for an overnight stay. And yeah, again, no crochet time for me. So this is the main reason. I haven't forgotten you, and I am busy, and I'm a keen watcher of your podcasts. I might not always comment, but I'm keeping track of what you're up to, and I'm happy that you are taking your time posting your crochet project adventures, and I can't wait to see more of yours as well. So I will say see you next time, maybe from the seaside, and keep healthy, keep happy, keep safe. See you soon. Bye.
Hand in hand feels out of sense.